Stand for the pledge of the flag, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very good. Wow, what a way to start a meeting. Of course, it's like 7:12, and the folks that will watch us at home have missed a great presentation by the Holly Hall Elementary School Destination Imagination team. Okay, the minutes of April 18th. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes of April 18th?
Yeah.
Have a motion and a second? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Financial report and payment of the bills. We have a motion to approve.
So moved.
And a second. Any discussion on the financial report? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Lou, Town Administrator's report.
The first item I have is proclamation of 10/2018 Kids to Park Day. Whereas the National Park Trust, a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving parks today and creating park stewards for tomorrow, has designated May 19, 2018 as the 8th Annual National Kids to Parks Day. And whereas the National Kids to Parks Day empowers and encourages children and their families to get outdoors, to visit parks and to open spaces, broadening their appreciation of nature, beauty, and diversity. And where it is, I'm sorry,
We're struggling to hear you back here.
can you hear me? Hear me now? Whereas it's important to introduce children to our national and local parks and to encourage their exploration of these natural wonders while providing a pathway to lead more active lifestyles, reducing childhood obesity and many other conditions that often accompany an inactive lifestyle. And whereas National Kids to Parks Day is an invitation to both children and adults to participate in this special day, opening a horizon full of interesting things to see, to experience, and to capture the imagination. Now therefore, the Mayor and Commissioner of the Town of Elkton do hereby proclaim May 19th, 2018 as Kids to Parks Day, and encourage our citizens to participate in this special day by enjoying the family-friend activities in Meadow Park.
We have a motion to approve Proclamation P10-2018 Kids to Parks Day. We got a motion and a second. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Proclamation 11-2018. The proclamation of the Mayor and Commissioners of the Town of Elkton declaring May 13 through 19, 2018 as Police Week in the Town of Elkton. Whereas in 1962, President John F. Kennedy proclaimed May 15 as National Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the calendar week in which May 15 falls as National Police Week. Established by a joint resolution of Congress in 1962, National Police Week plays a special recognition to those law enforcement officers who have lost their lives in the line of duty and for the safety and protection of all law enforcement officers. And whereas the Elkton Police Department has grown into a modern law enforcement agency that unceasingly provides a vital public service, where it is important that all citizens know and understand the duties, responsibilities, and issues of their police department, and that members of the police department recognize their duty to safeguard the rights and freedoms of the citizens of Elkton. Now therefore be it resolved that the Mayor and Commissioners of the Town of Elkton hereby proclaim May 13th through the 19th, 2018 Police Week in the Town of Elkton, and encourage all citizens to recognize the dedication and professionalism of the officers of the Elkton Police Department.
We have a motion to approve Proclamation P11-2018 National Police Week.
So moved.
Second.
And a second. Any discussion? The discussion is I'd like to have the officers, our hats are off.
Thank you.
Chief, we want to thank you for having such a professional staff.
Thank you for all your support. Thanks for recognizing that with my proclamation.
Any other discussion?
If I was an officer, I'm going to say, what are you going to give me other than the banner and the proclamation? That's all good.
I'm not going to answer that. Put me on the spot. There's a lot of weapons back here. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
The next item I have is the road restoration project. We received bids from 4 contractors: Dix Hollow Contracting, Inc., Eastern States Construction Service, Meadows Construction, and Sam's Construction. Dix Hollow. Dix Hollow bids, base bid in the amount of $449,932.09.
Lou, what was our budget estimate on this? Dan, do you have it?
Yeah, I got it. Oh.
We have an engineer's cost estimate. I told you they'd ask you.
415.
415, thank you.
Eastern States, they bid $594,691, $594,691. Meadows bids $377,429.25. 377, 429.25. Sam Construction, they bid $327,805. 327,805.
Do you want us to make a motion contingent upon?
Yes, motion contingent, motion accepting the low bid. I think it's, obviously, it's Sam's Construction, and contingent upon meeting all the compliance requirements. Dan's team will look at it.
We have a motion to approve Sam's Construction LLC for $327,805.05, contingent upon review of Public Works and KCI. We have a second? Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries. Thank you, Lou.
There's one other item involved in this. There is a one speed hump allocated in this project, and it's on Maryland Avenue. And I need the board's authorization to either proceed with the installation of that speed hump or not. It's a bid at $3,000 for that speed hump.
Where at?
Maryland Avenue.
Can we table that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to maybe discuss it in the workshop.
Very good.
Thank you.
Happy to do it. Lou, you're still up.
Inside ordinance 4-2018. I introduced this ordinance at the meeting on the 18th, and I explained at that point in time that there was a provision under the the police pension plan, that there was a reference to a paragraph that did not exist. There was an error in the one of the provisions there under participant optional forms of benefit. The ordinance that's presented for adoption tonight makes a correction of that error, and I would recommend that the board accept this for for adoption tonight.
We have a motion to approve ordinance 4-2018 police pension plan. It's amending the code of the town of Elkton, Title 2, Chapter 2.28, Section 2.28.320. It was basically a reference under that section, presented for adoption.
So moved.
We have a motion. And a second. Any discussion on that at all? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries.
The next is ordinance 5-2018. This ordinance provides a change in the section under the water service system, particularly section 1304.050, delinquent water renters. The changes have been made to strike the word disconnection in the code and put termination in. And also, what's important here, it strikes the $25 fine, and the fine upon the adoption and effective date of this resolution shall be, this ordinance shall be assigned as a resolution or allocated by a resolution of the mayor and commissioners. And I would recommend that the board pass this, because we'll, at the next meeting, when it's effective in June, we'll present a resolution recommending a fee for turning on service.
We have a motion to approve ordinance 5-2018 water service system, amending the code of the town of Elkton, Title 13, Chapter 13.04, Section 13.04.050, presented for adoption here this evening.
Could you repeat that?
Yes, presented here for adoption.
Also move.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The last item I have on my agenda is a grant for alcohol waiver. It's to the Elkton Alliance, and it's for the date. Okay, May 4th. I'm sorry. It's May 4th for the event. May the 4th be with you. I guess that's a take on Star Wars. The activity will be downtown, and on that date of May 4th, I would recommend that the board grant that waiver.
Do we have a motion to approve the waiver of alcohol for the Elkton Alliance on the May the 4th Be With You 2018 event?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none?
Aye.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
I had an agenda item, House Bill 615 for review, but I'll do that at the workshop.
Okay, thank you, Lou. That's all you have this evening? Okay, I have a few things on my little agenda tonight. First up, I'd like to make an appointment to fill the Historic District Commission for a term which expires August 31st, 2019. We had a member that was not attending the meeting, so we need to replace that position. So I'd like to appoint Ms. Nancy Yerkes to fill that position. We have a motion to approve Nancy on the Historic District Commission.
I so moved. She makes a great addition.
We have a second?
Second.
Any discussion about Nancy Yerkes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. I wanted to talk a little bit about bring up about alcohol waivers for the downtown car show events. I think that last year, and I think the year before, and the year before that, we've always allowed a alcohol waiver for those events. So I'd like to see if the board wants to move forward and grant the alcohol waivers for the remaining car shows for the rest of the year. Yeah.
I agree. I'll take a move that we do such.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? The only discussion that I would like to state on this would be, I just want to make it clear that I think our alcohol waiver allows, basically we're allowing open container or container on the streets of the downtown. The regulations of a person's liquor license is still into effect. So you have to follow the state laws and the federal laws of your liquor license. So I just want to stress to everyone that there's laws in place for the licensee that they have to follow. So by us granting this is basically saying that they can take from one or at least have their alcohol in a container, drinking on the street of Elkton. They have to check with their license to make sure that their license allows them to leave their establishment with that alcoholic beverage. I think it's very important.
Jessica, did you have a container or something that, this is what you're required to add? That way, you know, they are part of the function that's going on.
And you want to put them out for collections too, so,
Very good.
and give them to the establishments.
So I just wanted to make sure the licensees, because for a while, when we had 1 or 2 establishments, now we have 5. And I think it's very important for them to know what their license says that they can and cannot do. Any other discussion on that?
Yeah, I got a question.
Yes.
Actually. When we did the alcohol waiver for St. Patrick's Day, we identified some geographic boundaries as to where persons were allowed to go with the open containers. Are we doing the same for the car show? And recognize that it's more expansive. It's going to go up the High Street by the bank on North Street and
Right.
I don't know how
Do we
far
want
we're
to,
going.
I would almost say that we would want to use the same as we had for St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
So I think we already did the motion and approve. All in favor? All right, very good. All right, thank you. The next item that I had on the agenda, on August 2nd, 2017, we adopted ordinance 7-2017, which I'll read it here. What we did is we basically waived the major facility fees for residential construction throughout the town, and it's extending from September 1, 2017 through August 31st, 2019. Currently, there has not been, I think there's been 1 or 2 now that has taken advantage of this, but the intent of this ordinance when we introduced it, or I felt when we introduced it, was to fill in anywhere where we had lots that were already approved and we were going to fill in those areas. This would kind of encourage people to hook in or build that house and actually save them some money. Quite frankly, what I wasn't thinking about was some of the houses in the town of Elkton that currently do not have water and sewer hooked up to their home, but they've been paying town taxes and getting town, or they haven't been getting town water or sewer. Areas would be, I guess that would be the Normira area. Well, we've had 2 residents that would like to hook in to the town of Elkton's water and sewer system today, which is great. Quite frankly, it's great. The challenge is we didn't waive the front foot assessment fees for these lots. In the proposal, what we were thinking about was the new construction, all that has been paid for by the developer. But when you go to an area like Normira, those pipes have been there for years and years and years, and our code shows that they have to pay a front foot assessment fee. So what I'd like to bring to the board for our next meeting, I'd like to make an amendment to ordinance 7-2017 to waive those front foot assessment fees for those individuals that currently are town residents, that have town lots, been paying town taxes, and waive them from paying that front foot assessment. To give you an example, these 2 cases in point, the hookup fee would have been $15,000, but the front foot assessment at $100 or $1,000 a foot, $100 at $100 a foot, and they have close to 800 feet front foot assessment, you're looking at another $8,000 or $9,000, and I don't think that that was our intent when we did that. So if I have the board's permission, we'll have Lewis draw up an amendment to this ordinance, and we'll present it at the next meeting. Is everyone good with that?
Are there any other areas that we need to include there?
I think,
Have you noticed Singling Road? Isn't that one?
And that was a woman who was interested, and she's just by Walnut Hill, and if you look at the boundary of town, the town boundary goes around her property just like that. And she was asked about annexing. Now, she wanted to take advantage of the waiver of major facilities fees. But we didn't have the discussion of front foot assessment, but she would also be.
Perfect.
We identify those other areas, include that.
Yeah, I just say if we waive the front foot assessment, we include
What is the ending date of that?
September of 2019.
Okay.
So we still got some time to take advantage of it. All right, very good. The next item I had was just a, maybe Dan, you could probably answer better for us, the water meter project.
Oh, yes.
We're doing a pilot, I think, in Delancey Village and Turnquist. Have we completed those, or are we still working on it?
With Delancey Village, you're about 94% complete. I've got 2 stragglers and 2 that need to be repaired. On Delancey Village, on Turnquest, we're at 70% complete. I've got 89 of the 127 installed, the other 36, we're trying to reach out to the homeowners. So it's going pretty well. The next area we're looking to do is Thompson Estates, around that area. It's next one, so it's next one.
And I guess what my question is, do you feel that we're on target, that we could, and the reason why I bring this up, we've had certainly many discussions with the folks from the water meters that have came in here, and they've said if we come on board this day, we can go into this agreement, and then we'll be done in this window of time. How, I mean, are we looking, do you think that we could finish in a year and a half?
Probably, I would say 24 months comfortably, maybe quicker than that depending on the winter. But the biggest obstacle we have is just getting the individual houses. You see, this, going back to Turnquest, is just getting the last 36 houses. They've had like 4 notices and we haven't heard that, that's the hard part. So typically it's the 80-20 rule where you get 80% of the houses for 20% effort, but the last 20% takes 80%. So that's why I like to give you realistically like a 2-year window. And hopefully we can do better than that, but depends how fast we get the people.
Okay.
That's the main factor. My guys, I can get the meters, I can get my guys. That's too easy.
I certainly know it's gonna save us money once we get in there and do it. And have we found any non-compliance meters that were not strapped or I guess where I'm getting at, when we supposedly, when you go into someone's home, you have a water meter in your home and it's got a band around it. Did we find any unbanded meters? I'm not sure.
So far, so good.
Good.
We have a
Good.
couple access problems, but that's.
Okay, that's great news. All right, while I'm on to this, storm drain maintenance. Have we started that for the summer, or have we been doing it all year, or give me some enlightenment?
I'm gearing up. I'm gearing up my summer laborers and something like that within a couple weeks. I should be able to have a specified crew, which will address all the catch basins. So
Okay. I was approached today that there is a storm drain on Road 13 in Hollingsworth Manor, and then there was also one over on Friendship, I think it's Friendship Heights. I'm trying to think what road it is, that there's some stormwater drain issues over there. And I guess this was brought up today in the landlord's meeting. Is there a lighting, do we know if we have a lighting plan for or around Hollingsworth Manor? Any mapping?
You mean where the streetlights are?
Yes.
All those are maintained by Delmarva. They have a map that shows where every streetlight is.
So I could probably pull that up off of our own website, because
It's not on our website, but I've seen one before from Delmarva. You can find out how we can access that streetlight map.
some of the members that came to the meeting today, they felt it was, they felt that if we could lighten that area up a little bit, maybe it would hinder or help our officers when they go through there. It's actually a pretty good suggestion. I don't know. I think they currently have lighting, but I think that they wanted to see, it says it's like old, dull lighting. throughout there, and then they felt that there's some areas that might even be missing poles. So I don't know if we need to do a lighting audit or take a look at that. And maybe our policemen can actually tell us as they're patrolling if they feel comfortable or not feel comfortable.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it.
Okay, thank you. And listen, while I've got Dan here, Dan, congratulations to your kids. I saw them in the paper for getting those scholarships. Great job.
Take after the mother.
Well, that's great.
That was a nice one.
And to the board, it's been and just for everyone to be aware, we've been working on the budget. It's been a interesting process this year so far. The lead has broken the pencil many times, and we wore out multiple erasers. But I feel that we'll have the budget to the board on Friday. So you'll have it for the weekend review, and then on Wednesday, we'll do a final discussion here at the workshop. And if you have any questions or comments with it, we will not be increasing the tax rate, I can tell you that, so there won't be any increase of the tax rate. But there's some things that we'll have to make some decisions on as a team. So we'll do that on Wednesday, review it Friday, and kind of go from there. Okay, with that, I think I'm done speaking. Jean, you're on.
First of all, Dan, thank you to your crew for getting out at East Village and cleaning up that drainage area. They were very appreciative, and it was very, very fast work. Thank you. I think in general, I'm pretty much focused on the upcoming election for Tuesday. Been out there working hard at it. I will tell you, in my travels, I'm coming across people that are questioning me about annexation, especially throughout Thompson Estates. That may be something we want to look at down the road. So put that, on the burner. But win or lose, I want to tell everybody here, thank you for appointing me here 2 years ago. It has been an absolute honor. These past 2 years have gone by so quickly, and I feel like we have done so much. So I'm really hoping and that I can continue.
Thank you, Jean. Charles?
What have we done? You've been asleep?
Waiting on some answers here.
We've got the water meters.
That's right. Got a real polish there. He's done great work. The only concern was the roundabout on Old Baltimore Pike and Grid Hill. What is the lighting at this point?
The electrical system and the bases for lighting have been installed, but I don't have a delivery date, or SAT can't give me a delivery date on when they'll be installed, the lights. They had a problem with when the contractor built it, he had a problem with the company evidently that would deliver those lights, and they couldn't. So I guess they had to go out for a new bed or something, I don't know. As soon as I get any information, I will, but I touch base with them quite frequently.
That's it, man.
Thank you, Charles.
I have two comments. I've been hearing nothing but good, positive comments about the police department and public work. And I just want to say, great job and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
I had a meeting with the Salvation Army last week, and they haven't been in Cecil County for many, many years, and they are going to be making a presence now in Cecil County, so, and they want to be a big part of Elkton, so look out for them. I will send out releases on volunteers. They're going to be opening a thrift store. And actually the one at the VFW is closing down, so it might be a quick turnover there. But they do great, great things for the community, so I'm looking forward to it. Also, May is Tourism Month here in Cecil County. So everyone, you'll see flags out in all the towns. I hope we get ours out tomorrow.
It's already up. I had it up today, but I brought it in.
Yay, I have a great assistant here, Jessica. Visit all your local businesses and local restaurants here in the county and the town. Maybe a fourth you know about, we did a lot about, but May the 11th, we are going to have Paint the Town Purple for the Elkton team for Relay for Life. So there'll be a lot of things happening downtown again. We'll be selling purple flowers. There will be a jail that I will be soliciting. It's all last minute. Many people to stay in there for 15 minutes, and I think, John, you're on board. You already got a smile. So, to help raise money for cancer. And also, Commissioner Piner came into my office a few weeks ago saying how the Little League needed help with their lighting. So I contacted a couple people and it came back to Matt Stewart, American Energy. They all met today and they're going to be able to get lighting down on the field with the rebate cost is back again. So I will keep everyone updated on that.
Nice.
And win or lose, I want to say what an honor it is to be part of this board and part of this town. I love this town and everybody in it, and I hope to be back to continue moving forward. I think we have some unfinished business that we want to keep moving forward with, and I just thank everyone for giving me the opportunity to be a part of it. And I'm done.
Well, where did you get yours at?
My what?
I got mine at the Elkton Farmers Market. I was waiting for you to say something.
Yes, okay, go downtown to our farmer's market and you will get a bag that said, I got mine at Elkton Farmers Market. Keep it local, shop Elkton, and there are two websites, the town and the Elkton Lions. So please go get your bag, and we have extra if you want one. Take them everywhere and promote our town.
Better not, I was going to mention, no, I'm not even going to mention it.
What?
I was going to, but I'm not going to do it.
Oh, wait till yeah.
Very good. Okay, this is the time of the meeting. We open up the floor for the public to say anything for the good of the town of Elkton. Yes, ma'am. Come on up or stand up and say your name. And we don't have the microphone tonight.
That's okay.
Louis disconnected
I'll talk loud. I'll talk loud.
Okay, very good.
I thought since I was here, I would fill everybody in on May the 4th festivities. So,
Come on, announce your name and your address.
Margie Blystone, 14 John Adams Lane.
Perfect.
I'm Arts Entertainment District Chairman for the town of Elkton. So I just thought I'd give you some of the details of what's going to happen this Friday for what we are calling Force Friday. May the 4th be with you. Let's see. At Sport, they're going to be open late, and they are going to have specialty food and desserts that are Star Wars themed. Minnehanes will have a trivia contest. We've got some great prizes for the trivia. That is going to be at 7 p.m. And Guinness, come to the dark side, so Guinness will be flowing freely that night. Let's see, we've got in front of the Elkton Alliance selfie stations with some beautiful selfie boards that Laura Hanley has created that are absolutely amazing.
Her and the kids.
I have not confirmed it, but I believe that the Star Wars themed cornhole game will be out to play. We're going to have some freebies to hand out that have been provided by Captain Blue Hen Comics in Newark, Delaware. They have been cross-promoting with us because the next day is free comic book day for them. So they have provided for us the money to create, and I now have 100 lightsabers that are made out of pool noodles that are going to be used in front of the courthouse starting at 5:30 by Josh Hayhurst of Super Dojo, who is going to have Jedi Lightsaber Boot Camp. That will be at 5:30, and there will be a Jedi Force battle taking place at 7 p.m., and that is in front of the courthouse. Brookbend Interiors will have a hidden Star Wars theme item. The first person to find it in the store will win a $20 gift card. The Powelton Page will have their gallery opening for Imprinted, but they will have Star Wars theme refreshments that night. There will be a costume contest at 6:30 p.m. Again, great prizes, I know, because I've been working on them. That will be at 6:30 p.m., and that's going to take place outside of the Arts Council. And then, of course, there's the gallery opening at Cecil College Elkton Station. They're also having their pottery sale, and they are doing their Parents' Night Out, which is now every first Friday. And this is like the best babysitting deal in town, because you can drop off your kid at 5 p.m., as long as they're potty trained. From 5 p.m. to 9:30, they have a movie, they do crafts, and they feed them dinner. So it's amazing. It's an amazing deal, and that is every first Friday now that they will have that. It is $15 for the first child. If you have more than one child, it is $10 per child. So, and that is from 5 p.m. to 9:30. That gives you the opportunity to drop off your child, let them have a great time over at the college, and you'll get to come downtown to First Friday Art Loop and have a great time doing the galleries and going to the restaurants and everything else. So that is this first Friday, Force Friday. May the 4th be with you.
Thank you. Skip, I believe you had something you wanted to say, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, it's Skip and Wade, my wife Wendy. We own real property over the 100 block of Friendship Road. What we'd like to do is we'd like to have the town develop in the mayor, board consider putting a speed bump in the 100 block of Friendship Road where it meets Mitchell Street. Every day, 5 to 6 elementary school children are getting on the bus there. One child in particular is autistic. Two. So he's very active. All the kids are in and out of the roadway. It's every day, at least 5 to 10 cars, 35 to 45 mile an hour, right onto the stop sign with the kids there. I know the Elkton police can't be everywhere. I mean, that's just the way it is. But we need something over there to slow these cars down, and then it'll bring them to the stop sign where they should stop, hopefully.
We're at 101 across the street. They park on the street, they've been hit twice.
The cars, you know, just driving down to their.
And a lot of them are not local traffic, unfortunately, and Locust Lane has the speed bump, so they avoid that street, so they come down our street. Don't stop at the stop sign, just worry about the kids.
Yeah, so, you know, it's, if it costs $3,000 to $5,000 to put a speed bump on, it's worth the safety of the child.
And I have to tell you, quite frankly, I agree with you there, because I'll pull out permitted stride.
Right.
I don't think they're coming, I think that you can't, I can look both ways and I don't even know where they come
Oh, they're
from.
fine.
Last year, we were marked, there was marked on the sidewalk, we were supposed to get one.
It
At least
never
in front of
happened.
our house, it never happened, so I don't know what happened.
I'm not sure neither.
They had spray painted and.
If it's where I think it is, we put out a survey and the majority of people rejected the speed hump. That's why we didn't do it.
There's a gentleman down the street that has an old car.
I
And he thought
understand.
his car was gonna scrape on the speed bump. It doesn't have to be as high. But that was the only complaint that we heard. Our little area, everybody wants it. So I don't know who.
Let's take a look
made the
at it
survey.
again,
Yes,
and
yes.
listen, I'm gonna ask the board to go out there and take a look at it, because I can tell you, I have seen them fly through there, and they move pretty darn good.
You know, I mean, I understand Mr. George's position, you know, have a survey to see what's going on, but you know, when it comes to a child's safety and what other people think, I think the child's safety should be the most important thing.
Yep.
It's not about what everybody else wants because they drive, it's about those children getting on that bus
They
safe.
play in the street a lot, which is, we don't mind it, but on Mitchell Street, they live on Mitchell.
Yeah,
They're out
that's
in
where
the street a
most
lot.
of the kids are.
On their bikes, they're out, the parents do, we watch them, so I think our whole little neighborhood watches them. The two boys are autistic, they're nice kids, but they're
They're
in the
active,
street.
they're in and out of
active
the
in
street, you know.
I think we will take another look at this.
Okay.
I go
Thank
through
you.
there often and, you know, regardless of what the residents want, it's necessary to have that.
Yes.
There's a nice stretch that they can zip right on around.
And I will add that we also might have to look at our ordinance, because our ordinance says where they can be and where they can't be. So
Right.
that's part of an issue too. that we have.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Anyone else have anything to say this evening? Mrs. Clark, come on down.
I don't need.
You don't need to, but you,
No, I just want to thank you all for your generous check for the kids. I know how hard they work. Mary Jo, the time I spent in your office, and the Honorable Mr. George for the time. I know how hard those kids did work with their car washes. And one kid that's next to me, he even pulled weeds out of my flower bed for $10. I think I bought 5 car washes at $5 a piece. So I just want to thank you. I know it meant a lot to them.
thank you so much. Anyone else have anything to say this evening? Seeing none, this meeting is adjourned.